Hi, my name's Ed Parker. I started training here basically so I wouldn't get injured so much when I was playing basketball. I'm now 64 years old, and basically the only injuries I'm having are soft tissue injuries. I've been playing basketball probably since the 6th or 7th grade, and the great thing about basketball is all you need is a ball and a hoop. You don't have to have teammates, you don't have to have somebody to throw you the ball, and you can do thousands of repetitions on your own and get pretty good at it if you get your form down right. So starting in the 8th grade up through the 9th, 10th, 11th, up to my senior year, I just kept playing, and I love practice. I hated it when practice was canceled. I kept playing intramurally here at UF. I was asked about walking on but didn't. That's a whole lot of work for very little payout. If you want to sit on the bench and have everybody clap when you go in with 1 minute left, you can do that, but that wasn't for me. And I actually played competitively up until I was 29, and one of the things I really like is that the last team I played on, we had a really big guy that nobody could guard in the Gainesville City League, and we won the championship that year. After playing basketball, gosh, up until my late 50s, I had been injury-free, except for twisted ankles, jammed fingers, everybody gets those. But I was playing full court and had a 2nd-degree hamstring tear, and not knowing what it was, I kept trying to play. And 2 days later, my whole leg was turning purple, and I didn't know what was going on, but that put me on the shelf for about 6 months. I hadn't retired yet, so it wasn't a big deal. But then I'd come back and I'd play some more and I'd hurt something else. I tore an adductor. I'd come back and then I had Achilles tendonitis, and then I'd come back and have an ACL or an MCL, and it was just going on and on and on. And it got to the point where I said, listen, stupidity or insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So I figured I needed to do something. I had actually started thinking about getting a personal trainer early in 2016. I was rehabbing at Request, and they actually mentioned that once you're discharged, you get a free personal training session. I said, hey, free, I can do that. And it's funny, I got another injury to my LCL before I could even start, so I had to put that off a month. And so we would have started in April. We didn't start till May because I injured myself one more time. And then, of course, that was just the nail in the collar. I said, okay, I got to do this. But one thing I hesitated about was I thought personal trainers were those, give me one more rep kind of guys. You know, all they do is get in your face and scream. Now, I don't need people in my face screaming, so I wasn't sure what to expect. But the personal training was anything but that. And we started off so basic that it boggles my mind how simple it was, but some of my muscles were so shut down from sitting at a desk for 30 years, I couldn't even find them. You know, he said, contract this, and I said, what's that? And he would poke, and I couldn't find it. And so we had a lot of work to do. The reason I still play basketball, I mean, it's just a lot of fun. I've been doing it for over 50 years, so it's almost like riding a bike. But I'm also a perfectionist, and I don't want to go out there and have people feel sorry for me. You know, I'm kind of like a 23-year-old trapped in a 64-year-old body. And I think Jeremy would prefer I slow down some because that's why I keep tearing my knee. But I play to have fun, and I don't really have a governor. And so if I wasn't training with him, who knows how many, I probably would have quit by now because I would have blown the knee up. I probably would have had one or both of them replaced because they wouldn't be strong enough to handle the force, you know, when you're decelerating and stopping. But now I go out there and there's guys that are young enough to be my grandson that I'm playing with, and first some of them are amazed that I'm even out there. And then if you make a shot or two, they like go ballistic, like whoa, you know, like old people can do stuff. And so, and yeah, they can do stuff. If you keep yourself active, you can do plenty of stuff. It's just a matter of just not getting used to or liking sitting in a chair and watching TV all the time. When I think about playing ball or just staying active, you know, the theory around, or the saying around here is live life, no limits. And that's kind of the way I play basketball. Now, sometimes that's really not the best idea because you do have limits when you get 64. But if you're thinking about training, it is probably going to be so much different than whatever picture you have in your mind. I know it was for me. Like I said, I had no idea about the nutritional part. I just didn't want to get hurt. But there's so much that goes into it. Balance, strengthen different muscles around the joints. You can't do much about the soft tissue. That's why I keep getting hurt. But if you have any idea about keeping active, you definitely want to get a trainer because staying active affects your brain. I've done some studies with the University of Florida about active brains, and if you exercise and get blood flow to your brain, you're less likely to get Alzheimer's. So there's a lot of reasons to stay active, and if you get a trainer, then you've got somebody who can help you stay active and get healthy without hurting yourself.